man, that's a good one. I'm gonna go for my man, Brunson. Let's go for Brunson. You know, he's in North Carolina. He's a Carolinian. This guy. He finds himself in trouble whenever and you see it time and time again. When he's hurt, he chases his partner down and he runs into things. Like when he fought Whitaker, he was just relentless, just moving forward one direction the whole time. And he just kept running into one thing after the next. Side kicks, a roundhouse kick to the head, a right hand. And that's when he gets himself in trouble. So with somebody, I don't see him, hopefully he doesn't do that against Holland, because Holland will put you to sleep and you'll wake up next year. So he's going to have to use his wrestling. Or at least Holland's a very strong opponent. So very difficult to take down. So Brunson's going to have to use the cage just to try and tire him out. And he's going to have to stay very calm and collective, Brunson. Hopefully he's learned from his fights in the past, not be too aggressive, so he's running into Big Holland's power hand. So if it was me going against Holland, obviously stay away from his power hand, circle away from it. But if I can, and I was Brunson, to use my grappling skills to get him up against the cage, lay on him for a little bit, try and take him down, make him use that excess energy. And hopefully if we do get back to the center of the octagon, those arms are nice and tired, and he's slowed down for sure.
Oh, I forgot about that one too. I wasn't as high on Brunson, but then he beat that kid Edmund Shabazian, and he looked great. So now I'm like, man, is he making a resurgence? I think I'm still going with Holland. His hands are so fast, and he's surprisingly stronger than he looks with that long, lanky frame of his. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Holland.
Kevin Holland, man. Yeah, Kevin Holland. Despite what we've had, yeah, man. I speak to him now and then anyway, man. Good thing he said about me is that was a tough fight, and he said to me, like, different between you and other fighters, you take risks. That's dangerous. You know what I mean? I do take risks. I always say, yeah, I'm willing to die in there. People say, no, you can't say that. I said, but that's true though. If you see the way I fight, I'm willing to die in there. I have to. Do you know what I mean? And Kevin made a good point when he said, yeah, I take risks, and that makes me different. He's awkward in that, but I like awkwardness. He likes to talk as well. I like to talk as well. That fight was kind of fun when I look back at it. We were just talking shit to each other in the ring. Yeah, it's funny, man. Do you know what I mean? So I think, yeah, he wins, man.
Man, I know you can't ever count out Holland, right? He's been going in there and doing his thing. And then Brunson's on a nice run too. I think Brunson is going to be a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger. But Holland's sneaky, man. He seemed like right now he's on a good run. I'm going to go Holland. I'm going to give the edge to Holland.
Man, I think that Derek Brunson has made a resurgence since he's been working with Henry Hoof. He seems a lot more patient, a lot more calculated, and a lot less, wild and just kind of like falling all over himself and, relying on his athletic ability. So I expect to him to go out there and get a takedown early. Kevin Holland doesn't seem like he fights too hard to get back up, but he'll throw strikes from the bottom. That's how he knocked out Souza, Jacare. But I think Derek Brunson will take him down to keep him down.
I think Kevin's going. It's not even a hope. Like, if Kevin does what he does, he should beat Brunson. If he takes the same approach that Adesanya took, because Kevin's long. He has like an 80-something inch reach. He should be able to avoid the takedowns and piece him up from outside.
I gotta go with Kevin Holland. I originally said Brunson, but I feel like he's kind of sliding out. I'm gonna say Kevin Holland. I think he's on a tear right now, and
Kevin Holland. I just think Kevin Holland's just more polished and just better.
That's an interesting matchup for me. I like both these guys a lot, and the problem with both of these guys that I really bothers me with them, but like consistency. Like I don't see a lot of consistency through either one of these guys. Like and I shouldn't say that. I think they're both on some decent streaks, and if they have lost on some good guys. But it's just like, I feel like you see different guys every time out with them, different versions of themselves every time. And man, I feel like it's whatever version's going to show up better. I can see both of these guys winning. It's a very competitive. Brunson looked good his last time out, right? He looked really good, and then I've seen Holland look really good. And he's had some weird matchups. He looked extremely good, beat Jacare, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, but then I've seen him not look great, and I've seen Brunson not look great, but I've seen them look like world beaters too. So I just feel like it's just going to be what version shows up better that day. Yeah, I would not bet on that one. Bet on the
Kevin Holland, probably. You see like he's got a little groove going on, so probably Kevin Holland.
That's also a good one. I like Kevin Holland out of that one. He's been on a steamrolling victory streak, so I think Kevin Holland takes down.
That is an awesome fight. I know there's a bit of bad blood, but then again, whenever you've got a fight with Kevin Holland, when there's then no bad blood, you know what I mean? He always likes to make a joke of it as well. I've even saw him on the Joe Rogan's podcast. He seems like a really down to earth guy. I mean, you definitely got to say, obviously, youth is on Kevin Holland's side, and just he's sort of like very outside the box. He's not, he does crazy, like having that kung fu background. He's very loose, very open, and Derek Brunson's got like amazing wrestling, but as we've seen with Holland, he can definitely handle himself on the floor. So I think I'll have to give that win to Kevin Holland.
Holland's such a weird fighter. I mean, he's very unorthodox, and he'll throw things from weird angles, right? So I think that if Brunson can use some strong wrestling on him and not let him use his range, and then just stay inside of his technique and not leave things exposed, since Kevin is wiry, he can grab hold of a few things. But I think if Brunson stays technical and stays inside, stays in his chest, then he can walk away with that victory easy. But if he slips up, I mean, Holland is he throws weird things, right? So he can catch you with something that you've never trained against, So I think if Brunson stays sharp, he takes it. If he comes in sloppy, then I think Holland will take it.
With that original flow, head kicks with the pros, picks up the fights or anything in the mix. Getting closer to the heart of the flame, bringing conversations with heavy hitting names. You feel the love of the game.